Listen closely, because what you're about to hear will cut through the noise and strike at the heart of everything you think you know about growth. You pour time, cash, and sweat into acquiring customers. Pour it in like there's no tomorrow. But then, day after day, they slip away, like sand through your fingers. That gut-wrenching weight in your chest when you see those churn numbers climbing. You know this pain, the one that no amount of shiny metrics can hide. It feels like betrayal, like all your efforts are just burning in the wind. Why? Because you're chasing new customers, but you're ignoring the most explosive, game-changing lever right under your nose. Reducing churn. Not tomorrow, not later, now. If your growth team isn't obsessed with churn reduction, it's as if you're willingly stabbing your own business in the back. Let that sink in. Right now, your company is bleeding cash and potential every second churn walkers out your door. Churn isn't just a number. It's the slow death of everything you built, the silent killer of momentum. It's the frustration that builds when customers drop off with no warning, no thank you, just a cold ghosting that leaves you wondering what went wrong. You're smart. You understand product market fit, acquisition funnels, retention loops. But let's be brutally honest. If churn reduction isn't your team's number one priority, you're missing the most powerful growth hack on the planet. A hack that costs less than acquisition but returns tenfold. Here's the hard truth. You can't buy your way out of churn. Throwing money at marketing to fix churn is like pouring water into a leaky bucket. Your customers are your lifeblood. If they vanish, you're not growing. You're dying slowly in plain sight. Instead of chasing new leads, start hunting the reasons they leave. Get obsessed with the tiny moments when doubt creeps into their minds. Don't just look at churn as an end result. Tear apart every interaction, every touch point where they might think, is this still worth it? Be utterly relentless. Map every exit point like your life depends on it. Because really, it does. Here's the battle plan that no growth team talks about loud enough, but that will blow your mind when you put it in action. First, segment your churn like your whole business is on the line, because it is. Break your churn into bite-sized chunks by customer persona, by plan type, by usage pattern. You need surgical precision. A shotgun approach to churn is the fastest way to waste time and lose traction. Get your data tight. Demand you know exactly who's leaving, when, and most critically, why. Use heat maps, session recordings, surveys, NPS, you name it, to trace the exact moments customers disengage. This isn't amateur hour. This is your business war room. Next, act before they leave. This is the secret weapon nobody else uses fully. You cannot wait for customers to churn and then react. That's suicide. You need proactive churn prevention baked into your product and experience. That means predictive analytics, yes, but also ruthless human empathy. Set up triggers for any negative signals. Drop in usage, poor support experiences, billing issues, dissatisfaction hints through surveys. You want alerts that scream warning. This customer is on the edge. Then instantly, not tomorrow, not next week, you swoop in with solutions tailored exactly to their problem. It might be a personalized message, a special offer, a one-on-one session, or an unexpected upgrade. Be aggressive, not passive. Don't let indecision fester. Your team must act like customer rescue squads. Fast, precise, relentless. But here's the kicker that most teams overlook. Churn reduction is a company-wide religion. It can't live in a silo within your growth squad. The product team must obsess about it just as much as marketing, sales, and support. Every feature, every update, every touch must be designed through the churn lens. Does this change improve stickiness? Does it deepen the customer's love for the product or create confusion? Hold your product accountable not by new shiny features, but by how many lives it saves from leaving. Support teams must get elevated from mere ticket closers to churn chasers, armed with the data insights and autonomy to fix problems proactively. Make churn the oxygen everybody breathes. If you truly get this, if your team internalizes it like it's a matter of survival, you unlock a hidden multiplier for growth that no acquisition funnel can touch. Because keeping a customer costs 5 times less than acquiring a new one. And customers who stay longer are your strongest evangelists, your biggest upgrades, the irreplaceable fuel for sustainable, unstoppable growth. This isn't just a tactical move, it's your moral imperative. Stop wasting precious resources trying to fill a leaking bucket. Mend the cracks. Fortify your foundation. Build a fortress around your customer base that the competition can't touch. Now, here's a truth that cuts deep. Most companies don't care enough about churn because they've been sold a lie. The lie that growth is all about scale, volume, and acquisition. This lie is poison. It kills innovation, suffocates true connection, and breeds a culture of wasteful hustle. Real growth is about depth before breadth. About mastering customer love and loyalty day after day. You don't just want users. You want believers. You want warriors on your side who can't imagine life without what you built. When you shift from firefighting churn to extinguishing the causes before they spark, your whole trajectory changes. You move from reactive to proactive, from fragile to unbreakable. Don't wait for leadership to consider why churn matters. Grab the reins yourself and demand it. Build a task force right now. Force your analytics team to deep dive into churn cohort analysis. Hire churn specialists if you must, people who live and breathe churn reduction science. Inject churn reduction goals into every team's KPIs. Don't let anyone off the hook. Fuel cross-department collaboration with one shared no-negotiation mission. Keep customers alive, happy, and engaged longer than ever before. Remember, what you're fighting is bigger than monthly churn percentages. It's a battle against complacency, against cheap vanity metrics, against the illusion that bigger is always better. You're fighting for the right to build something that lasts, something indestructible, something that doesn't just survive today, but transcends the noise, the chaos, the change. To do this, you must be smarter, faster, more brutal in your approach to churn reduction than anyone else. This isn't some theory. It's a war cry. Growth teams that prioritize churn today become the market leaders tomorrow. They create foundations no competitor can shake. They build companies that don't just exist, they dominate. Don't let churn be the silent killer of your dreams. Rip it out by the roots with urgency, intelligence, and obsession. Make churn reduction your team's heartbeat and watch everything else fall into place like magic. So here's the command. Stop chasing shiny new logos first. Hunt your current customers like your future depends on it. Tear apart your weaknesses. Build bulletproof systems to catch churn before it ever flickers. Enforce radical responsibility in every corner of your company. Embed empathy and data so deeply they become indistinguishable. Elevate churn reduction from an afterthought to a gospel. Turn your churn problem into your company's greatest advantage. Do this, or watch every hard-fought win, every dollar spent on acquisition, burn away silently, endlessly, until nothing is left but regret. Now get to work. Every second counts. Second.